Hello everyone, my name is Mindy Gower, and this is AEP 800, Module 5, Barriers to Web 2.0. So after reading through and analyzing the information provided to us in the 7 different articles and the video, I realized and I came to the conclusion that they all had a very similar theme. I'm sure you guys noticed that as well, but the similar theme that I found was that barriers to using technology in the classroom was definitely that theme. Many of the barriers that interfere were consistent across all the articles. So some of those barriers that I saw were lack of funding, time, training, support, and definitely keeping up with change was definitely a thing that I saw throughout those articles a lot. Although there are barriers and challenges that are put up with using technology in the classroom, I believe that if we work together, that those barriers can be overcome, and then we can see how far technology can take us in the classroom. So after I read through those articles, then I read through the questions as well, and I decided that some of these questions were a little bit tough for me to answer just because I graduated high school 3 years ago, went through college pretty quickly, and then I haven't had any experience at all in the classroom, but I did my best to answer these questions to the best of my ability. Do you feel the digital divide can be resolved? Why or why not? What I gathered from the information through the articles and some extra information, I do feel that the digital divide is going to be resolved. The reason why I feel this way is because we have so much technology in our world, and it is already beginning to take over our world, and if it is doing that now, then I believe that in the future that everyone is going to be willing to adapt and willing to change and willing to want to become more technologically advanced. So with that being said, I feel like it's going to be resolved with time, proper education, proper knowledge, and resources. What skill sets do you feel 21st century students must acquire prior to graduation? Well, as I mentioned before, our world is definitely becoming more and more technologically advanced each day. So with that said, we need to help our students acquire certain skills prior to graduation. First, our students need to know the skills to be safe on the internet. That should be first priority. Internet safety is something that each kid, each student should know. Along with that, I feel like real-world application, digital citizenship, Microsoft Office, Google skills, all of that should be taught to our students should have prior to graduation. The reason why I feel this way is because they're going to be entering the workforce or going to college, and they will need to know these things, either at college or in the workforce. As I mentioned before in one of my assignments, I said that I wanted to go through some of the data throughout my school district and throughout my community and see what exactly do our students need. Are students lacking in Microsoft Office and Google skills? And if they are, then that's something that we definitely need to be working on throughout the rest of our years as teachers and educators. What impact has the global economy had on your personal use of the internet? Well, since I'm 21 years old, I am definitely in that generation where we use nothing but social media. I've definitely never really received or sent a letter in my life. I know that's kind of crazy. I usually just communicate with all my friends on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything like that. But it's definitely helped make great connections. I've gained a lot of information throughout the internet. I do a lot of online shopping. I barely watch television because I have Netflix on my computer or my iPad. I pretty much have it with me all the time. So it's just crazy the impact that the global economy has had on my personal use of the internet. Okay, so what technology training do you still need to effectively integrate technology into your current position? Well, since I haven't been in the classroom by myself, I feel like I do need quite a bit of technology training, but I have been going to a lot of technology trainings that are offered throughout my district this year, and I feel a lot more comfortable with that. And then with this class, I feel a lot more comfortable, but I still feel like I need work in real world application. I need more exposure to apps and then I definitely need to work on assessing my students using technology. Is your school or district equipped with 21st century technology? Yes, yes, and yes. They are definitely equipped with 21st century technology. We're one-to-one with iPads. Every student has an iPad. So many technology trainings are offered. Like I said, there are over 75 trainings offered just for technology this summer. It's amazing how much they support our staff and support our students. They just want us to know how to integrate technology and innovative practices throughout our classrooms and make sure that we feel comfortable. So I'm really thankful for that. What are the advantages of innovative practices in schools? Well, this was definitely a question that took me a little bit to answer because I really haven't been in a class where I can use innovative practices yet. I mean, I've practiced them as a student, but I haven't as a teacher yet. But I definitely can see how they enhance learning. They open students' eyes to fresh ideas, creative thinking, critical thinking. They acquire skills with innovative practices, and they definitely know how to take a topic and relate it to the real world. So along with every advantage, there's definitely a disadvantage. So what disadvantages do I see? Like I said throughout those articles, a lot of the disadvantages were a common theme, like funding, resources, and everything like that. But I definitely see that with these disadvantages, we can overcome those. So not enough training is something that I put on here, but if the teachers can go to trainings and make sure that they feel comfortable, I believe that these disadvantages won't be a disadvantage anymore. Have I experienced problems with cyberbullying or inappropriate internet use with students? Well, since I'm entering my first year of teaching in the fall, I haven't had any personal use or any personal problems in my classroom yet. I hope that I don't have that problem, but as a student, I definitely saw some minor issues with this. I was one-to-one in my high school, and I saw some kids misusing their internet and their technology just by websites and different chatting and games and stuff like that. And then throughout high school, I definitely saw some of my coaches call parents about some social media posts. So, I mean, I've seen it as a student, but I haven't seen it as a teacher. I hope that I don't see it as a teacher, but I feel very equipped and comfortable with um, with those problems and knowing how to handle those problems due to this class and due to trainings. So I know that this is a little bit crazy, but I haven't had a whole lot of experience with a lot of these things, but I'm excited to have that experience as I enter my first year of teaching in the fall. Thank you for listening, and I'm very open to all of your guys' comments and anything else that you guys would like to tell me. Thank you.